Hello, everyone. We are live.
We are live.
Yes. Welcome to Forcified Entertainment. I'm your host, Michelle.
And I'm Natalie the Red.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah. Want to say hello. Thank you to everyone who has showed up for this week's weekly roundup, where we have a lot of fun. So definitely tell everyone in the chat, tell some people about the weekly roundup because we have a lot of fun in the weekly roundup. So we definitely want that to happen. But hello to everyone. I see our friend Cam, Jedi Knight. Yes, Cam. Go subscribe to Cam.
An oldie but a goodie.
Yes, he's been around. We've known Cam since when we first started. We found Cam. And our awesome moderator, Marcos.
Doing the most.
He does.
In the best possible way.
Yes, and why Zakrot? I don't know. I feel like I just botched that.
She sang it right in spirit.
I am. Guys, you guys have these names, Mr.
Now, I know this
Media.
name, Mr.
I know that one.
Buttcrack.
I know that one. I know it. Tina. Hello. Daryl. Let's see. TD. What's up? And Valiant Renegade. What's up? And Share Bear. How you doing? I've been watching the Friends reunion.
How you doing?
How you doing? And Elmo Prime is in the house. Keely, hello. If I skipped anyone going through this chat,
say hey.
Hello to Brett.
I'm here.
Yes, I hope I did not skip it. Oh, Dreaming of Tabitha. She also has a lovely YouTube channel and is such
a lovely lady herself.
She is, yes. So definitely subscribe to her as well. But yes, tonight we are going to have an awesome guest. I mean, all of our guests are awesome, but
let's just say this guest, we see him and we salute him.
That is right. None other than A Black Jedi. ABJ himself is going to be on. He's running a couple minutes behind, so he'll join us here in just a few minutes. So we're excited to have ABJ in the house tonight.
In the house.
And my gosh, David. We appreciate David. Yep, ladies from Forcified Entertainment are here to save the day.
I hope so.
Yes, I hope so too. And today, guys, is turning out to be an interesting day because first, not that we're going to get political here, but first, we've got the Dr. Fauci email leaks. It's a situation. It's definitely a situation. I feel like more's to come on that in the days to come. Let's just say
some of us, are we surprised by the emails?
No, we're not. We're not. But anyways,
if you are, I'm sorry.
And then just to make the day even more entertaining, I just saw that Facebook and Instagram have now officially unsuspended President Donald Trump from Instagram and Facebook. So I guess he's going to be on Facebook and Instagram.
It's a happy day for the Donald, okay? What can we say?
I'd say he's feeling pretty good.
I'm happy for him.
But I say it's a happy day for Americans because regardless of who you voted for, the fact that these companies feel like they can literally take away freedom of speech or take away the president at the time off a platform should be pretty alarming to us all.
They think they've got a little too much power when that's the case.
Yes. And Cher, don't we all? We really do.
Yeah, I haven't been on there a long time.
In fact, I got off Facebook in 2000 and I got off Facebook in 2013. I was like, this sucks. And I just got off.
I make a seasonal appearance every year or so, maybe. That's about it.
Yes. And Yes. You guys know what's up. You guys know. And if you guys follow our Twitter account, you see what I've been tweeting all day. So, well, it seems like interesting things are to come. It's been a very slow, it feels like entertainment news week, but we kind of got some big stuff happening today.
Feels like Washington is lit.
Yeah, Washington is lit today. And I feel like that's about to continue. So we hope you guys had an awesome Memorial Day weekend. And again, thank you to everyone who has served or currently or formerly in our military. We appreciate every single one of you. As I said before, freedom is not free. So we appreciate you guys very, very much. And the sacrifice you pay so Donald Trump can tweet. And that's that. I mean, things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, truly though, freedom.
Freedom.
Yes.
Yes.
All of us can tweet is the point of that. But
yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. I was seeing probably some of you in the chat posting images of people that had lost loved ones in armed forces. And it's just kind of hard to put into words, like, how thankful we are, just as Americans, that people would sacrifice their lives for the sake of freedom.
yes, definitely. Let's see. And I want to thank you, Mr. Buttcrack Media, for the $5 super chat. To the lovely ladies of Force of Light Entertainment, making every day better. We appreciate you guys. And let's see, to our friends, Press Play Streaming Studios, watch and see if it gets the hush treatment from the major. Oh, absolutely. It will absolutely get it. Totally. And actually, we may make a video on that tomorrow or something, because the Chris Pratt thing, it's starting to heat up again because of him.
It's getting toasty.
Well, I mean, they've been after him now for like 2 years, so
it's just like, he might not have the same political affiliations, and it's just like, we have to get to a point as a society that's okay.
Well, and he's just kind of silent. But what triggered them is he posted like a really sincere post to the military for Memorial Day, and that got the losers
that's
riled
a no-no,
up.
sadly.
It got the losers riled up. It definitely did. Well, I see that our special guest,
the one, the only.
Let me get this set up first. And the ABJ.
What's up? I don't know about being special.
You look special tonight. You got the shades on,
and she means that in a good way.
Yeah.
I'm just playing. What's up? How you guys doing? You girls doing?
Doing pretty good. How are you doing?
I can't complain. Hold on. What's going on? I'm getting an echo. Is that me or is that you? I'll fix it.
Is it me?
I don't know. It sounds good now.
Okay.
I don't know. Ask the chat.
It's not you. It's me.
Everyone
chat,
in the chat.
Echo?
Can you hear an echo? Blink once for yes.
I don't think we can see their eyes.
They can definitely probably hear my dogs. But hey, shout out to the chat. I see the chat showing some love. Shake my hand. I appreciate y'all as well. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And ABJ, you let us know can you still hear the echo?
I can't hear it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because it happened when I was on with Yeti, so now it makes me think it was me. So you just let me know if you hear that echo.
You get Renegade in here causing trouble.
Thank you, Renegade, for the $5 super chat. Good evening, ladies. Who is the guy in the shade causing the echo? It's ABJ's fault.
We all know it's ABJ.
So, by the way, Echo, not Echo. I'm calling this man Echo now. Renegade, I tweeted at you. I messaged you on Twitter. You got to hit me back, my guy. I haven't heard from you. What's going on? You over here? I'm calling him out on stream. You over here? What's it calling? What are the kids calling? You ghosted me? You ghosted me now?
You're getting ghosted these days.
That's tough.
It is tough. You went into your Jar Jar voice there.
Yeah, it's tough, man. What's going on?
And thank you, Elmo Prime, for the $20 super chat.
You.
ABJ, you are late. No excuses. Much love to you and these wonderful ladies. Also, back up. You are too close.
Hey, you know what's funny about that? I really thought people were going to start hating me saying that every video. But like people seem to just embrace it, so I just keep doing it. I thought people were gonna be like, bro, we've had enough of backing up. Just stop. But I mean, they seem to like it, so.
Well, it's kind of like our fade in that we just
Yeah.
did being silly, and now like when
people still like it. So.
Like whenever we make like an official intro, we're gonna have to somehow incorporate
the
fade in.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, even if people start to forget about the Kathleen stuff, I guess you could just do a fade in effect and just be like fade in. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it still works either way.
Yeah,
because the people who know, they know.
They know. They won't forget. Yeah, Star Wars fans don't forget. That's one thing
Never
they don't
forget.
do. They're like elephants. Yeah, there's no forgetting.
They don't ever forget it. Well, the one that always makes us happy that we need you to do for us, as I tweet out this live stream in a second, is that I see you and I salute you.
We do that all the time now.
Yeah. By the way, folks, if you're here, let's see how many people we got in here. It says 30 for me. What's going on? We got 30 people with 32 likes. That's strange. Anyway, All right, I was gonna start going at the chat saying if you're not liking the stream, you need to like the stream. But it looks like we got more likes and viewers. Oh, actually, no, we got 36 people watching. It's staying for me now. So come on, guys, we got to get those likes up. We're almost there. We got to get them to match the viewers. Okay.
You can do it.
Yeah, let's get this going. And I'm still trying to. Let me see. Here we go. Let me get this tweeted out. I should have done this before, but I did not.
Well, I'm the worst at that. Tweeting out the streams. Yeah, I'm the worst at that.
Well, and it makes a difference because it's like, oh yeah, they're on.
Just you guys are hanging out with us. We're just hanging.
You know what's funny? Sorry, I'm not looking at my screen right now. I'm looking at Twitter. This man Renegade, he messaged me back as soon as I called him out. He said, "Totally missed this." All right, Renegade, I see how it is.
He's on top of it.
Nah, you see what happens? He's starting to blow up, and he's just forgetting all about ABJ. That's tough, man. It's all right though. That's all right.
Well, and ABJ, I've wanted to have you on since we started this.
I know. I can't believe this hasn't happened yet.
I never been on one of these.
In my mind, I'm like, oh, he's busy. Like he's got stuff he's doing. Like I can't ask him. And then
I made a video in a week until today, so I ain't been that busy.
He's like, in all truth.
Well, there's like been no news, and YouTube was bugging. Like they, it looks like now they're doing a little bit better. Like today's video is doing okay, but it was really weird. Like I would upload a video and I get like 200 views in an hour, and not like, look, I'm trying to say I'm not being ungrateful, but I just know that's not normal for my channel.
Yeah.
And like my channel, like YouTube was telling me, like, yeah, not many people are watching this. Then I'm getting people saying I'm not seeing notifications. I'm getting all type of weird stuff. I'm like, what's happening?
Well, that was happening. The people in here, they know we've said this now for a while. It's been like the last 2 weeks. It kind of makes you lose the motivation to want to upload because you're like, no one's seen my stuff anyways.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of. I remember like I'm a big sports fan, so I was like, oh, I'll watch the playoffs, make a video. What do I do? And I'm just like, well, if I make a video, only 100 people are gonna be able to see it. So what's the point?
Well, exactly. And even it's just been because I've talked to Justin, but then I tweeted out and my brain just went blank on his name, but he's got like almost 200,000 subs, and he actually wrote under me and was like, mine has been way down too. So it's affecting, it seems like, everybody, or at least has been.
I talked to Drunk, I talked to Jay, I talked to Justin, I talked to a bunch of creators, bigger and smaller, and they're all saying, I was doing the same thing to them. Even the prophet himself, Mike Zero, I noticed he was really struggling. He was getting like 5,000 views on some videos at the most. I was like, whoa, that's crazy for Mike. Mike, Mike, he does big numbers. I mean, look, I'm not throwing shade at Mike, all right? I always say that. Look, I respect Mike, but anyway, but yeah, Mike was struggling, but now his channel seems to be doing better. So I don't know. I heard from what Drunk said, YouTube just does this every once in a while to people, and you kind of have to push through it. So
you just gotta keep going.
Yeah, just keep swimming. Just as a Finding Nemo reference for you.
Exactly. And thank you, Mr. Buttcrack Media, for the $2.
Thank you.
Hell to the awesome ABJ. That's
whoa. Y'all making money off me? Is that what's going on right now?
That's why we really brought him on our channel, guys, so we could make money.
Our motives have been found out.
I'm gonna need 98% of all super chats tonight. I'm just playing.
Oh my gosh. Our man Steven, $4.99 super chat. So on my birthday stream, I let them all into my deep, passionate love for Topo Chico mineral water. So Steven has tried it, and he now has seen the light. He knows how awesome
ABJ thought this story was going in a lot juicier.
I really did, because I was like, I let them into my deep, passionate love. Like, what? What's going on over here? And then, okay, water. Okay.
It's water.
Yeah.
It's really good water, though.
Shout out to Steven, though, because I see him over on the channel all the time. I see a lot of people in the chat that I see over on my channel. So it looks like we share a lot of the same community, which is awesome. I love to see it.
We do.
So shout out to y'all.
And Echo Based Network is in the house. Hell to them, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do a great job. I watch them quite a bit.
Yeah, they are. No, I love Echo Base. You guys are awesome. I need to catch more of your streams. You guys do some really awesome streams over there.
They do. Yeah, they do some excellent streams. So yeah, thank you guys for joining. Well, ABJ, what have you been up? You're right. It's like the news has been really like not just Star Wars news, but the news has been slow in general. And thank you so much. That means a lot too. I know both of us.
Yeah, thanks for that. I've seen Echo Base in my stream too, so I figured you were. I mean, I didn't want to like say if you were, but I figured you were.
You
So
want to jump to conclusions.
yeah, I didn't want to jump to conclusion. I didn't want to. I was feeling kind of froggy. I didn't want to leap, but I had seen you on the channel a few times, so I figured you must have been subs. So I appreciate that for real, man. Or I don't know if it's Coach or who.
I take like the humble approach because it really does. I'm like, oh, they subbed to us. And ABJ's like, I figured he was subbed to us.
Well, I mean, I've seen him multiple times. I mean, he could have just clicked on videos, but like Meg, like I remember like I asked Meg if she was subbed to me. I saw her like commenting. Theory has commented on one video.
He gave us a super chat.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, I don't know if Theory is subbed to me or not. Probably not. I don't think Theory likes me. That's just something I'm gonna go off on, but maybe.
Hold on. Can I just say too, I felt bad because I was kind of like dazed out a little bit and I was like looking down at my phone for something and Michelle was like, oh, Star Wars Theory or something. And I just like barely left it because I thought like, oh, it's probably just somebody that goes by the name Star Wars Theory. And then it was like, oh gosh, he was actually in the chat.
It's Theory.
It's Theory. Well, I actually said that. I said Star Wars Theory. And I said, if this is the real Star Wars Theory, thank you.
Please stand up.
Well, the real Star Wars Theory, please stand up.
It was like it was a real fangirl moment.
Yeah.
No, he's awesome, dude. He's just an awesome guy. I would love to like pick his brain, not pick his brain, just to have a conversation with him one day. But we'll see if that ever happens. I don't know.
Yeah, he just hit 3 million subs. I mean, my God.
I saw that. I saw that.
Killing it. And thank you, Elmo Prime, for the $5 super chat. So, ABJ, the people want to know, is there another Jedi that is tempting your emotions, Luke and Mara style? Also, let's get ABJ 12K subs. Yes, let's do that.
Well, first, shout out to Elmo. I appreciate you. I see you. This guy sent me like a $50 super chat last stream, so I appreciate that. Like biggest supporter of the channel. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. It's tempting my emotions. Like, is there? Do I have a female counterpart? Is that what he's asking? I don't know.
Yeah, he answered. Yeah,
I'm not gonna answer that on stream, but yeah, I'm not gonna answer that on stream. But what was the other thing? He said, "Let's get me to 12K." I'll answer that. Yes, please. I would love to get to 12K. I'm like 20 away or something like that. So
yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, you can get there tonight.
Maybe we'll see. We'll see.
You can get there tonight.
So I just want to point out that the guy with the whitest teeth in the galaxy is in the house.
I immediately had a vision of his pearly whites and that precious innocent smile.
And I want you to know, Justin, because Justin's supposed to come on some Wednesday night soon. I haven't done it in like 2 years, but I went and got like the stage 12 Crest white strips. So I'm going to be working on my teeth.
Me too.
Because that's why, Justin, I can't have you on right now. I've got to have time to go through like the 15-day white strip period before I have you on my channel.
It's white tooth summer over here. I don't know why I said tooth like there's just one.
What is that white? I almost said you almost made me call him that white guy because you said a white before that. I was gonna say, what is that scumbag doing right now? Why is he not on here right now? You ain't got nothing to do, Justin.
Justin, get on here.
What are you doing?
He's probably playing ball. I don't know.
He probably is. Look, this one wins the day. What's up, cool cats and kittens?
Yes.
Our friend Darth Ribbons, who's got more lightsabers than anyone I've ever met. I mean, guys, check out his channel if you like lightsabers. He has a lot of lightsabers.
He gets around with those lightsabers.
He does.
Now I know who to rob. I mean, what?
He's got some cool ones. And thank you to our awesome moderator, Marcos, for the $19.99 super chat. Natalie, Michelle, and ABJ, please speak on John Boyega saying he would come back if KK and JJ would come back to Star Wars. I'm stunned he was so mistreated and had valid points on his character being nothing. Now I see he sold out. So ABJ, yeah, I'll let you speak about that too.
Interesting.
Because I think you guys addressed it.
No, I haven't talked about it. I saw it in honestly, I'm late to this. I think this happened a while ago, and I just saw it. I want to say yesterday morning. I don't know how long ago this has happened. I feel like I'm late. I didn't watch the video. Someone made a video on it. I didn't watch it, but I saw the headline. I think that's really interesting. Because it's one of those things that makes me wonder, like he said, is he selling out, or is there so much more going on behind the scenes that we don't know about?
Right.
Because we only can assume what it looks like to us. But I mean, maybe Kathleen Kennedy's really super nice. I don't know. Like, I don't like Kathleen. I don't like a lot of the decisions she seemed to have made and what she's done to the franchise. But at the end of the day, I don't know her.
Well, I mean,
and
yeah.
I just have to admit that maybe she's cool. I don't know.
Well, I mean, here's the thing as far as John Boyega. Kathleen Kennedy, although she made a god-awful decision with Gina Carano, as far as John Boyega, she put him on the map by...
Right.
Yeah, of course, I mean, so Star Wars has been good to him, even though he has legitimate gripes. We wouldn't be talking about John Boyega if it wasn't for Star Wars, probably. I mean,
sorry.
Well, I was just saying, so, I understand why he would go back to it. And I understand, I mean, to me, and the Last Jedi people aren't going to like this, but to me, despite if you like JJ's movies or not, JJ clearly had a pretty good arc that he had good plans for that character. I think, obviously, from The Force Awakens. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. It was definitely Rian Johnson's The Last Jedi that derailed that character.
Yeah, no, for sure. And Justin is basically saying that John is looking out for his own interests. I mean, honestly, I don't know John either, but I mean, that could totally be possible. But at the same time, I do think the fact that he would say if Kathleen Kennedy and if JJ were involved, there's obviously something to that. He must have had a good experience with both of them. And maybe he thought that JJ really had some good ideas. Now, from what JJ, you saw that interview he did, I'm sure.
I did.
He's kind of all over the place. Now, he suggested in that interview there were some things they were not allowed to do, and he suggested that in the past as well. So maybe there were a lot of ideas JJ had that got canned, or maybe John knows that JJ had big plans for Finn, like you're kind of saying, and then Ryan kind of came in and pooped all over his dreams. So.
Well, and despite what anyone thinks about JJ's movies, and I loved The Force Awakens when it came out. Like, I know them blowing up a big base is pretty derivative, but I actually really enjoyed it. Like, it had a lot of fun. Yeah. And I mean, The Last Jedi derailed things in such an extent. I mean, what was JJ gonna do in the last movie? I mean, in all reality, I mean that on his behalf. And I'm not some massive JJ fan. I'm just saying
it was hard to take it from there.
What was Steven Spielberg or George Lucas gonna do with what he was left after The Last Jedi?
Yeah, I have been thinking for a long time. I don't know how well it would do on my channel, but I've been thinking about doing like in-depth reviews of the sequels of all the Star Wars movies, and 20, 30-minute videos. And that's one I really want to start with, is The Force Awakens, and probably like title it something like The Force Awakens, a good start to a terrible trilogy, and just, go deep dive into what made it so like interesting, but like, also how they kind of screwed it up. But I agree with you completely that they had a lot of potential. A lot of things were like started that went nowhere. And I feel like people have talked about this so much, but it's just a fact, There was a lot of interesting things they could have did.
Yeah, totally. I totally agree with that. So like him saying that, it really didn't surprise me at all, because I think they did give him a big chance as far as getting that character. I mean, all of them. I would be shocked if any of them wouldn't come back. Now, if I was him, I will say this: if he truly cares about the things that he talks about, then he should, in my opinion, take a stand and say, if I come back, no more shrinking me down to ant size for China's poster.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I
That's
mean,
wild.
Like to start with things.
yeah, I would put that like in my contract because to me that would be him putting his money where his mouth is if he really cares about those issues.
Imagine if they did it to him again if he came back. That'd be wild. That would
They
be
just take him off the
insane.
poster.
Yeah, just man is on the poster. He's this big. That would be insane.
People think it's Ant-Man, but it's
Yeah, I was about to say this man's Hank Pym on the poster. That'd be funny. Well, it wouldn't be funny, but
But
it
yeah, I
would
get
be
what you're
funny, but it
saying.
wouldn't be funny. Like, dang, they got him again.
Yes. If he gets that again. And hello to our friend Demajani with the $2 super chat.
it's Jumanji.
Yeah, Natalie calls him Demanji. Welcome to Demanji.
That man's a board game.
We say it's the sequel to Jumanji, then you get
Jumanji. It sounds
Jumanji.
like. Never mind. I'm not gonna say what that sounds like.
let's just say it's the extra intense edition.
And he says, hello, beautiful ladies, and ABJ. Hello.
Jumanji, we miss you. You need to come back
It's
soon.
Demajani.
That's his
No,
rapping
it's
name.
Jumanji.
His rap name. You heard of the baby? He's Damanji.
Demanj. I love it. We're naming people here. Let me see. I'm trying to find this other super. See if I missed anybody. I did not. Okay. Let me
Michelle,
find this
don't
now.
go chasing waterfalls, okay?
Go Jason. Oh, sorry.
Hey, I saw chili at Whole Foods one day.
Really?
I did. And I've seen Usher a couple times.
You see, like, the whole music industry in Atlanta.
You do. You see a lot of
That
them.
makes sense, yeah.
And thank you, Mr. Buttcrack Media, for the 149 super sticker. We appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
And let's see, one more, I believe. Where's this one? Let's see. Okay, why can't I find this one? I see it up there. There it is.
He took it.
And our friends. Thank you, Press Play Streaming Studios, for the $4.99 super chat.
Thank you.
Fun had the most potential. A stormtrooper joining the rebellion, force sensitive. What a horrific waste. Totally agree. Like
Yeah.
I just feel like they really set him up in The Force Awakens to be a unique character.
Man, I want to do videos like that so bad on my. You ever have videos you really want to do, but at the same time you're like reluctant because you don't want it to derail your channel? Because I think we both know that like if you get like 300 views and you usually get 1,000 YouTube, like your other videos might start doing horrible. So I really want to do like videos like that, like Finn, how to ruin a character. That's like a deep dive into it. But like
I don't think that would do bad.
I don't either.
maybe we'll see.
I think you should try one because I think that could do pretty good.
It could even like
be so
attract new
fun.
subscribers.
Yeah, true. I really want to do that. It'd be so much fun to do.
We really are all from the South.
Yeah, I am. Do I have an accent? People say that I do.
No,
Some
I don't
people
feel like you do. But here's the thing with accents. Everyone can hear someone else's accent, even if it's just the most mild.
It's true.
Right.
Like I can tell you the word where Yeti, our good friend Yeti Cast always slips and lets his Canadian out. And that is the word against. And it comes out
Against.
against.
And then like a bag, like you carry a bag, it's big. Like I can't
Big.
big.
So we
Big.
all like any of us, like if you live in another part of the country, you're gonna pick it up immediately.
Yeah. It's so
yeah.
weird. Someone told me North Carolina is in the South. I was like, well, they had slaves. So it's about as southern as you can get.
Yeah, North Carolina has always been a part of the South.
I mean,
Part of the South.
it's not the South. Like just because it has North in the name doesn't mean it's not the South, my guy.
And thank you to Seaman or come on. Is this Come On Man, Seaman? I feel like I botch this every single time.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
That's how I read it. I don't think he even means it like that, but I always just hear like, come on, man.
I didn't even think about that. I always read it as the Seaman as well. But now it's every time I see it, I'm gonna think that now. Come on, man.
When that's what you see first, it sticks with you.
That's what we always see. And hi all. Any hope the Bad Batch turns around or just too mad? I've not watched that, so ABJ, you're gonna
That's
have
tough.
to answer that.
That's tough. She ain't even
You
seen
like
it.
it?
Oof. The first one, was great, and it's kind of been on a downward spiral since. And let me say this: I'm not saying it's bad because it's not bad. Okay, it's just like he said, meh. So I don't know. I mean, they gotta soon start getting into some of these what do you call them? Storylines they do like mid-season for these shows. They gotta get
Yeah.
into some of those arcs, or I'm just gonna be completely done. I'm gonna be like, all right, I'll just wait until you're done. I'll binge it or something.
Yeah, I wasn't excited for this when they announced it. So with everyone's kind of reactions, there's been nothing that's brought me into it. So I don't know. We'll see.
Sorry, ladies. I'll be back 1 second.
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
that's fine. Well, we'll talk to the chat. And
Hey, chat.
I wanted to point this out. Let's see. Since we're just happy, because you guys know how we do on this channel. We just talk about random things at times. The science fiction area in the South, the accent changes every few counties you try. It's really true. It's totally true.
Yeah.
Like they're that's the thing that kind of irks me, even with like when Hollywood tries to depict the South. They don't understand that every southern state has its own unique accent.
Yeah, it's true.
They really don't.
Another kind of if we want to be in the offensive Olympics here. Like Michelle and I have talked about, they'll have a character like not even in the South, but they'll give them like a Southern accent to have. And it's like, oh, I get it, because they're supposed to be stupid.
Well,
so they've got to have a Southern accent.
Here's where she's getting that. I'll say this and then we'll move on. Where she's getting that. I met someone who is from the Ozark. He was born and raised there. His family's been there forever. And he was brought on to consult for the TV show Ozark.
I was about to say, by the way, have you seen that show?
Yes. And I asked him, I said, because he didn't have a Southern accent at all. And I said, did people really talk like that? And he said, no. And I said, why did they talk like that? And he said, because they're effing stupid. He said, I told them.
Yeah.
He said,
she does have a Southern accent.
They all do. Like very Southern. And he said that they basically didn't think that if they didn't give this character a Southern accent, that they would think that Ruth was like a crackhead,
ignorant and stupid.
Ignorant. Yeah, that type. And it was
That's
like, well,
crazy.
Like, thanks, guys.
Wow. Yeah, not all Southern people are dumb.
Or crackheads and dumb. Yeah.
We do have individuals down here, I promise.
It's very interesting, actually, where that stigma came. I don't want to get into like history lesson 101. But
I'm sure there's a reason, or maybe it really does just sound stupid the way we Southern people talk.
Apparently, like the whole like mouth open, stupid country person thing came from like people in the South. They used to walk around with no shoes on in like the backcountry and stuff. And apparently, there was this type of parasite or worm that people would get from doing that, and it actually
gave them the twang.
Yeah, and it actually affected like something to do with people's like speech, and it actually give them that like stare. And yeah, that's where like the whole country dumb look. I'm sorry, I keep doing that look, but yeah, that's like where that whole like thing came from, and it's kind of like been a stigma with the South. At least that's what I don't know if it was a video or book I was reading. I can't remember, but I thought it was really interesting.
Well, and that goes back to what we're saying, though. It's like they act like that kind of is back in the old day, and that's kind of in the backwoods at this point. Like,
right, yeah.
They will they could be filming and it's supposed to be in Atlanta, and like everyone's got a dramatic Southern accent. It's like, have you guys been to Atlanta? I mean, you film there a lot. It's really not that way.
Not everyone in Atlanta is. I mean, I'm sure there's some Southern people in Atlanta. Is the South, but it's not like
No,
it's not like that. It's a big city,
Even the people that were born and raised there have very mild accents.
Well, and I'll often get asked. Now I'm thinking,
what?
I'll often get asked when I'm at stores in Atlanta by people like in the middle of the city, like in Buckhead and stuff. They're like, oh, are you from here? It's like they can tell like I don't live right in the city, so they like pick it up and stuff.
Yeah, I'll just be honest. I heard both of you girls' accent as soon as like I heard you start talking. I knew you had to be like from the South or something, but I don't know. Like, there's a lot of people that can live somewhere their whole life, and you don't really pick it up. I mean, I think for me myself, even like I live in North Carolina, like I live kind of like in the city part, like at the capital, but like a lot of people around here have that country accent, and a
Yeah,
lot of them have been raised here that don't. So it's just weird how that works.
it is. It is. Accents are interesting, guys. Well, this has turned into the accent
The accent podcast.
weekly roundup. Oh,
We're
gosh.
sorry we're not providing you all with better material right now.
They seem to be enjoying it, so we just kind of we just roll with the punches. But
I will say, disclaimer, we do cringe. We're accepting the fact we have a slight Southern accent because people do talk like ABJ was talking earlier. They think we don't sound Southern.
well, here's the thing.
Like this.
My truck's over there.
Here's the thing. This is what made me not feel bad when people said that. Because again,
well, and our parents are from Ohio, so they didn't necessarily but it's like, but when you grow up around it in school and stuff, you do pick up a little bit.
I actually can usually get myself out of it, but I've got to concentrate. It's when I get lazy and I get twangy. But again, what made me not feel bad is like I know someone that was born and raised in Pittsburgh, and if anything, she has a slight northern accent. But she's been in Atlanta like for over 20 years.
Right.
And she said that when she goes back to Pittsburgh, they talk about how southern she is. And I was like, what? And it's like, no, she has a slightly northern accent. But my point being, yeah, we pick it up very quickly if it's different at all. But whatever.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I accept that I have a twang.
Yeah.
I try to get out of it at times.
It's a night of acceptance for Force of Light.
It is what it is. But we will now move in for really kind of the main topic, because again, news has been kind of slow, so it going this way is totally fine. But ABJ, I know you have seen A Quiet Place too.
Oh yeah, day one in the theaters. First movie I have seen in a theater since The Rise of Skywalker. Which is not the greatest.
This was pretty good for you.
Well, what a great way to end my movie going experience. Oh man, I don't want to go down that path, but that was anyway. Yeah, let's not go down that road. But yeah, I'm glad I got to see The Quiet Place too. I really liked it.
Well, and that's what I was going to say, without giving spoilers, because guys, we have in fact, if you want to go just hear our initial thoughts, the first like 6 or 7 minutes of our spoiler review of A Quiet Place Part 2 is actually spoiler free. So you can go check out the first couple minutes and give it a thumbs up while you're at it, and then go back and watch after you see the movie. But without giving spoilers, ABJ, what was the theater experience like? Because I don't know about you, but the first one was such a unique theater experience, and this one, they nailed it again for me. Like, it was just so much fun.
No, for sure. And not to spoil anything, but there are monsters in this movie. No, but for sure. I think you hit the nail on the head, because the first one was unlike anything I had really ever seen at that point. And at least for me, I don't know what your ladies' experience like is in theaters pre-COVID, but there would always be people where they make some noise, or they be talking or on their phone. For A Quiet Place, the first one, it was that was not the case. Everyone was so just laser focused on the movie. Everyone was dead silent, because the very premise is silence. And that sounds like, if you haven't seen it, that might sound like, okay, that doesn't mean people are going to be quiet, but it locks you in so much that it's like you're there and you're on the edge of your seat. No, don't make a sound, and it kind of like translates over to you, like you're trying not to make noise or something.
Yeah, it's like psychological or something.
Right. And I think it's just because the movie was so good too. You're just locked into what's going on and paying attention. And I think the second one, it did that as well. I'll just be for real. I don't think it did it as well as the first one for me. Maybe just because, this is
you've
the
been
second
there,
one.
done that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I will say that I think it did its job as far as a sequel goes, because we got more of a look at what's going on in the world We built the world some more, but at the same time, it didn't feel like a downgrade. So many sequels, they feel like, okay, been here, done this. The first one was better. In my opinion, you can argue this one is better or at least just as good as the first one. And that's hard to do nowadays. I'm telling you.
It
Very
is.
hard.
Usually
It
that
is.
number 2 has a wow, what's the word I'm looking for here? A staple in people's mind that it's not going to be good. It's not going to be as good as the first. But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought we actually saw it again last night. We took her daughter and
cool.
one of her daughter's friends and there were literally, I still jumped at some of the same moments. It got me the second time even. Like it was just fun. And I know I can say this, guys, this isn't a spoiler because they've already released the scene. But like that opening sequence, once the aliens have landed and things begin to get chaotic, like when the bus is coming and things like that,
Yeah,
they filmed that.
crazy.
Like you feel like you're in a virtual
Yeah.
reality. Like you feel like you're there.
Well, did you see that in the interview? I don't know if you saw, what's his name? John Krasinski? I think that's how you say it.
Yeah, John Krasinski.
Krasinski, yeah. I love him in The Office, by the way. But
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw his interview talking about that scene. I don't know if you know Emily Blunt, his wife in the movies, his wife in real life.
Yes.
But that scene is actually happening. Like the
Yes.
bus is really coming at her and she's, having to back up. She did not practice it at all before going into it. I might be telling you stuff you already know.
No, I don't know this.
Yeah, and apparently she said she told him like, no, I just want to do it. And like, I want my reaction to everything that's happening to be like real,
Oh, it's real.
Yeah. So the bus was really coming at her. That was the first take, like her ever doing it. And they got it all in that first try. So I thought that was pretty cool. Apparently he was a little worried that she would get hurt.
Yeah.
He was okay.
Well, and I heard because it was coming at her at 45 miles per hour, which I mean, a bus, you get hit at that going pretty slow, you're going to be in some pain. I mean,
yeah, you got to wonder, did they do any safety stuff at all? Or did she just know, okay, did she have someone giving her a cue, like back up now? Or, I don't know. I'm sure they had to do something because if you get hit by a bus at 45, it's going to do some damage.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, definitely. But that opening scene, it was just, I enjoyed the whole movie. I loved it.
Yeah, I did
Nelly,
too.
what did someone say in the theater last night after like the intense finale? Did someone say that's legit? What did he say? I don't remember. Do you not remember? He blurted something out, and I think he said that's legit.
I just pissed myself. Yeah. You talking about the fun, like when the movie cut?
No, it was like before it cut.
He gave his review then and there.
Oh, right before like it went off.
Yeah, it was like, let's just say without spoiling, it was at a big final moment with the two kids, and he just goes, that's legit.
I don't want to spoil anything. Well, let me ask you two. How did you feel about the ending?
I loved it because to me it was like part 3's coming.
Yeah, like you knew there was going to be.
Yeah, I think for sure he's going to make a part 3, which is interesting. I'm not saying he sold out at all, but it's interesting to me that, the interview I was telling you about, he also mentioned that at first he didn't think he could make a part 2. Yeah. He wasn't interested in it. And then it kind of just, they asked him to do it, and it kind of just, I guess they probably gave him a certain amount of money, and he's like, oh yeah, sure, I'll do it. But it kind of just started coming out of him like, oh yeah, we could do this and do that. I think that one thing about this movie is, I don't want to spoil anything, but it ends in such a way that is a lot like the first one, in my opinion. And so I think some people will love that. Some people may hate that. For me, it kind of was a mixed bag because this movie isn't super long. It doesn't, outstay its welcome. It's like, this is what, it gets to the point. This is what needs to happen. That happens and we're done. I think it's only like an hour and a half or something. Like the first one wasn't that long either.
Yes, the first one was an hour and a half, and I think this one's runtime is like an hour 40 something minutes.
Okay, so it was longer than the first one. I thought it felt just about the same. So it's longer, but it doesn't even feel that long at all. Which I kind of liked but didn't like, because I thought there could have been just a little bit more meat in between the movie sandwich, you know, if you get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying.
I would like to see the third one be about 2 hours. Obviously, that probably won't happen.
Yes.
I think knowing him, he knows what he wants to do. This is like his formula of success. We just get straight to it. We don't put anything else in there. This is just what needs to happen, and we're out. But I would like to see more.
I think, in fact, I said that to Natalie. I said the final one needs to be 2 hours, and it needs to end.
I want to see them like doing well and like,
Okay,
you know what I mean?
I told her they're probably not going to do that. That's not the way they've ended either one of these movies. It's ended abrupt. So I said, but if they could get to like a place of safety, like where you kind of say like a military base or something like that with the info that they have, I would be really happy with that ending personally.
Yeah. Yeah, and I see people saying that they haven't seen. Well, one person said they haven't seen either of them. You really gotta watch it because
they're so good.
And well, let me ask you two this. I hear people calling it a horror movie. I don't really feel like these are horror movies. Like they're just more action thriller,
like jump scares.
Yes, it's horror because of the situation they're in. I mean, there's these killer alien creatures.
I mean, that would be horrifying.
That if you make a sound, you're gone.
But I get what you're saying. As the viewer, it doesn't truly feel like a horror.
It doesn't really feel like a horror movie.
No, exactly.
Maybe that's just me too, because like I never really think of Alien, those movies, as horror movies.
Yeah,
they kind of just feel like a sci-fi thriller. You know, like intensity. But I wouldn't say it's horror. But I like the movie a lot, and I like this franchise a lot. I think it's one of the best things that Hollywood's done in a long time.
Definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
Feels the most original of anything we've had in a long time, just because of the sound, because he's not really doing anything different as far as like, oh, it's an apocalypse and aliens are killing people, but just the way he films it and the way he goes about using silence really has something to terrify you, or not terrify you because it's not really scary, but to like the way he uses sound in the movie really makes the movie like what it is. And I haven't seen anyone do that ever with film. So
definitely.
And for such little dialogue, they just pack like such an emotional punch, these movies, in my opinion. Like there are so much emotions. I told Michelle last night, watching it the second time, I'm just like, I'm all up in my feelings in this movie. I mean, seriously, like I really was. But yeah, and it's like they don't even say a lot. It's just, but it's like looks, and I mean, it's just they nail it.
Well, and I don't know if you heard this, ABJ, and what you're watching, but Emily Blunt, when John said yes, I'll write a second one, he told her like, I want you to star in the second one, and she told him no. Yeah. And then after she read the script, that opening scene, she said, I'm in.
Imagine that though, like your wife, like you made a movie together, and you're like, well, yeah, I'm gonna do the second one. Like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good, honey. That's not for me. I don't do sequels. You should know that. I don't do sequels, babe. But yeah, no, I definitely want to see a third one. And the last thing that I have to say about this movie is just, if you're on the fence about seeing it because of COVID or whatever, I totally understand that. But if you do want to see it, I suggest seeing it on the big screen if you can.
Yes.
Because the level of intensity in this movie just needs to be seen on a big screen. And without spoiling anything, I'll say that something happens to a character early on, and I was just like, oh, it was just so intense, and I didn't see it coming. And it was just one of those moments where there's nothing like witnessing that in the theater. I can't, it's cool, yes, to be able to sit on my couch, but I don't think it would have had the same like intense feeling that I got.
There's no way. I'm so glad I've seen both of these in the theater. And I said to anyone out there, and again, and I totally get what you're saying, ABJ. I know they label this horror just because of the situation, but you're totally right. It's really more of it's a thriller. That's why I love it. I'm not a huge true horror movie.
For sure.
Bring out Michael Jackson's song. I mean, that's what it is. It's thriller.
And the stakes are just constantly very high. And that's kind of what makes it, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think even maybe for marketing purposes is one of the reasons why they call it a horror film, because just to market it. But yeah, just see the movie. That's the gist of what I'm trying to say. You should definitely watch it. You should definitely watch it.
And you can, of course, it's no longer on streaming, but of course you can purchase to rent the movie, the first one. And then here's what I said on our spoiler review at the end of it, or did I say at the beginning? No, I said at the beginning. If you're kind of freaked out to go to the theater, here's what you do: wait about 2 to 3 weeks. The movie's still going to be on at the theater because there's nothing to compete with it really. And pick an off time, and by that time, you're probably going to be like the only person in the theater.
Yeah, for real. You could be in there butt naked and no one would know. Don't do that though. Just butt naked with
just a trench coat and a popcorn and a hat.
Yeah,
good times.
Watch A Quiet Place Part
really
2. Good times. Yeah. No, don't do that though. ABJ does not co-sign on. Yeah, ABJ does not co-sign off on that. Okay, it was a little joke. I don't want to hear anything if you get arrested. But yeah, what a yeah, exactly right. What a cool movie though. What a cool way to kick off, theaters opening back up. There was something. Oh, I know one thing I did want to say that I think will be really cool. One thing I really like about the fact that this movie picks off like right where the first one ended is I feel like one day these movies, because I'm assuming he's gonna make his trilogy, I think they'll be such a good thing to marathon. Like
definitely,
if it's someone like has never seen it.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Just watching it 1 through 3 because it'll only be like 4 hours of your life because they're not super long, and it'll just be like that story. Like you can watch it all the way through. I think it'd be so fun.
Oh, totally.
Like,
and
because I love to sit and watch stuff with somebody that, like, if I love, and especially something like that, and like they haven't seen it the first time, so you're kind of like looking over to see their face, kind of like when you watch something funny with somebody and you're like looking because you're about to laugh, and you're like, oh,
you're right. Yeah,
he really does this. By the way,
I really do. I noticed.
Yeah, that'll be so cool to do.
Well, and I believe for any of you guys too, if you've not seen the first one, check your theater. Because a lot of places are doing a double feature. So,
really?
Yeah. So just check. Yours may not be doing it, but it's worth Googling and seeing the theaters wherever you are, because you may be able to go see both in theater.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and I was going to say too, so of course this movie had a big opening weekend. As you said, it's bringing people back to the theater. But even last night, Tuesday, which we went to see it again, it brought in another 4.3 million. And so now in 5 days, its domestic total, so just America, guys, its domestic total is at, let's see, $61.3 million.
Wow. Wait, how much?
61.3 million. And that's just America.
I think that might almost be its budget. Because I think its budget was like 63. Maybe?
Yes, they're right.
Okay.
They're getting really close to their budget. And let's see, the first one, showing you how much people love the first one. In the first 5 days, the first film made 59.7. So even in these circumstances with theaters just opening, they've even outdone their 5-day total from the first movie.
Okay, good. Because I really want him to get his third one made.
Oh, we need that trilogy like now.
Yeah. I was thinking when they were doing the double features, how funny would it be if, like, after the first one, DJ Khaled comes out on screen and he's like, another one. Another one. The second one starts playing.
I love that.
That's pretty good. That's what they definitely should do that. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. So are you going to see Cruella, the other movie?
I have no plans. Look, someone asked me about my female counterpart, and she was saying like, "Oh, we got to see that." Oh, no, coach. I probably will end up seeing it. I don't know. I'm not looking forward to watching it. I heard though that it's not a bad movie. I heard it's actually pretty good, but it doesn't seem like my cup of tea.
I know what I mean.
Yeah, I get what you're saying totally. Because I'm still on the fence of if I'm going to go watch it. Like if I get bored enough this weekend, I may go watch it.
No, I'm not going to theaters to watch that. I refuse. I'm not watching that in the theater. No. Heck
We
no.
can get the great thing about the theater, like the one I go to all the time, they do a bargain matinee at like 5 o'clock, and that sucker is $6. So it's not that expensive for me to go.
Then I need it. I need that in my life. That's not. I would go see it for $6 in the theater. You know, it's such a weird time we're living in now. Remember, there was never a time where a new movie would be coming out, and we would say, "Nah, I'm not watching that one in the theater." You know what I mean? It just feels weird to be able to say that, and I think that's what, even like with everything opening back up, that might just be the new norm. If people say, "Are you gonna watch it in the theater? Or are you gonna like just watch it on your, are you gonna rent it at home?" I think that might become the new norm for these companies.
Yeah, I could see it heading that way.
Yeah.
I'm not even saying I like it or dislike it. I just think that's kind of where it's going.
I mean, everyone knows I love going to the movies. I mean, it's one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah, it is for me too. But here's my thing: is like it has to be something that I'm interested in seeing, even if I hear it's good. Just because, like, I could really care less about Cruella de Vil. Like, I'm sorry, like. I saw 101 Dalmatians, the cartoon and the live action one they did when I was growing up, and I liked both of them. But it's just like never been like, oh, I wonder how Cruella de Vil got so evil. Like, I just don't care. Apparently, I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, but I think I'm about to. Apparently, like Dalmatians kill her mother. Like,
I was gonna say that when I saw that clip, I was like, what the heck?
It's like, what? I mean, I guess that makes sense. I would hate dogs too after that, but like, I don't know. It's just like, bro, I'm not going to see this. I'm not going to see this.
I'm still on the fence, and I think Natalie's it's not drawing you at all.
No, and it's like on what you got. Like, I can understand you would not be crazy about Dalmatians, but I feel like there are other options
than skinning them alive.
Here's what's so weird to me too about a Cruella movie is like, okay, it's one of those Disney reimaginings or Disney retellings or whatever you want to call it, like origin stories, whatever. I feel like Disney has so many amazing properties where actually an origin story or retelling could be interesting. But Cruella de Vil is the one you pick out of all of those. Like, the movie may actually be good, but I think it's actually suffering. Like, the script itself suffers from them tying this to Cruella de Vil. Like, maybe it'd be a better movie if it just had nothing to do with Cruella de Vil and it was just its own original movie. Because I could care less about. I'm not going to watch Cruella, like, origin of her evilness. Oh, this is how she got the black and white hair. Like, what? Like, I'm sorry, I can't.
Have you guys seen
bring
the
myself
picture
to
of the Cruella baby and she's got the black and white hair?
No, that's funny. I just can't bring myself to care though. I'm sorry. Like, it's Cruella de Vil.
Well, I understand. It's kind of like, are we going to get a Scar prequel movie? And
are we going to get an Ursula movie?
This is how she became the Wicked Witch of the Sea. Like, I don't know. I'm not sitting here watching this purple nigga for. I'm sorry, but you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm not sitting here watching this octopus lady, become evil. Once she used to be a very good octopus, and now. It's not
what's bad is like I know someone that looks like Ursula.
That's tough.
Do you really? That's tough.
That is. I don't know. She's like, hey, BJ.
It's no one anyone knows. I can say that.
This man says Danny DeVito. I would watch that. That I would watch. I'll watch Danny DeVito do anything, actually. Well, maybe not anything, but I'll watch him. I'll watch him. Yeah, him as Ursula, yes.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see if I go see it. I have heard some people like it more than they thought they were going to like it. But I don't know. It's kind of like Bad Batch to me. There's been nothing that's really drawn me in to want to go see it. That's the issue with me as far as that.
It's more like I'll see it just to go see it. We might talk about it.
That's the thing. Like, if I'm sure it probably is good from what people have been saying, but I just can't bring myself to care. I can't, even if it's good. There's some movies out there that are good, but you just don't have any interest in them.
Oh, totally. I totally get that. Yeah.
I could care less. I'm sorry, Cruella.
Yeah, I mean, why do you think we have so many? We've got some first watch series.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it is what it is. Someone said a Scar origin movie sounds a lot better than Cruella movie, in my opinion.
I mean, we need to see why he was so willing to kill his brother.
How did he get the scar?
The Scar. That's just the title of the movie.
Did they show that in The Lion King? Maybe they did. I don't think they did.
No, I don't think you know. So there you go. There's your story.
How'd he get the scar? That'd be like the biggest thing in the movie. That's how he got it. He got scratched. What?
Hey, it's gonna be like how
I can already picture like it's gonna open like that, just with people talking, saying, "How did he get the scar?"
Have you ever wondered how he got the scar? That's like the teaser trailer. And just the scar.
And then it's just, the movie is literally called The Scar, and then just like an emblem comes up of like the scar.
Yeah, and it cuts to a line. Yeah. I mean, you think it's gonna be from him getting in a fight or something with another lion. Turns out he got a bad haircut, they messed it up, boom, gets the scar.
So he says exactly what I was gonna say. We're telling how Samuel L. Jackson's character lost his eye in Captain Marvel.
It's a retelling.
What a bad I get they thought that was gonna be super funny to people, but what a bad way to describe that. Like I would have almost anything else but that.
Yeah, that a alien cat scratched his eyeball out.
Like, yeah, why not have like the main villain of that movie, like, I don't know, stab him or something. Like anything with that.
Yeah, they really there are times, guys, where movie writers they think they're more clever than they actually are. And they're like, guess what they're gonna think's funny.
No way they thought that was clever though. hey, so guys, I was thinking, look, everyone's been wondering how did his eye get missing, right? he even says it in the movie, like different times, different reasons. So what if we had a cat in it? And the cat is not really a cat. It's an alien cat. And it scratches his eye out. Oh, that's great. Guys, write that down.
Give us more of that.
There's no way. No, there's no way. You're telling me someone sat there and like, bro, great. This is why we pay you the big bucks. That's the worst idea I've ever heard.
If you saw the beginning of Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead,
yeah, I did.
He thought just what you guys know happened at the beginning of that movie was a really funny, good way to start the zombie situation.
Very super,
totally.
They're like teenage guy.
Yeah, it's a certain kind of guy.
Do you know what I said?
I'm not putting that evil over all men, okay?
Yes, it is. It's a 13-year-old boy's mind. I told Dad, in fact, I said this publicly, I think on my basically 30 minutes or 20 minutes of roasting that movie. I said, if you ever want to know, is there a difference between men and women? No woman ever in history was like, hey guys, guess what would be a good way to start a movie?
Yeah. No, I don't think any woman would have wrote that. I mean, not to be sexist, a woman could have definitely wrote that way. I thought that was really dumb. I didn't hate the movie. I didn't hate that movie as much as you guys did. I didn't like it per se. As I was sitting there watching it, I was like, this is not what I was hoping it'd be. But it
wasn't me either.
It just had it had a lot of stuff going for it that could have been really cool, and then it was like, nah, we're gonna do this instead, and this is what that's what it really felt like. It really felt like if you're sitting here, this movie could have been very tropey and still been very good. But it was like he just decided, well, we could do this, but it'd be dumber if we did this. Let's do this. That's what it felt like the whole time I was watching the movie, and I was just first off, it starts off really stupid, with
really stupid,
and then the performance from Ant-Man himself. What's his name? Because he's in the beginning.
Paul Rudd.
Yeah, that was Paul Rudd, wasn't it? Or who was it? Or am I thinking?
No, Paul Rudd wasn't in it. I'll tell you who's in it. Who's the guy? It's the guy who plays the famous reporter that's part of Superman's friends. He's a redhead in the comics.
Jimmy Olsen?
Jimmy Olsen. The guy who played Jimmy Olsen in Batman v Superman is one of the soldiers that gets killed at the beginning. One of the two that get hunted.
I don't know why I'm confusing Paul Rudd for whoever it was. But I thought whoever that guy was, that whole the writing, the acting, and that part, like when his friend is dying, was so horrendous. None of it made any sense. I'm like, I'm sorry, spoilers for Army of the Dead. I haven't seen it, but I'm like even when the thing crashed, they were like, people were like, you need to get away from that now. He's like, huh? What do you want me to do? You want me to do what now? And he's like, all like, not even. He's not telling people anything. He's just like, guys, I think we need to back up. Like, I'm like, who wrote this? This is not how they would be acting. These are trained soldiers. You're telling me they're like, what are you saying? I mean, it would have been different if like it was super staticky. Like they could have made it super staticky, but no, you can hear her clear. She's telling him, yo, bro, you better get killed, back up. And he's like, what's going on? What? Repeat that.
So between that and and actually someone...
Okay, and then can I say too, it's like the moment that it's like so they've touched down on the road where the soldiers are, but then there's those two soldiers back by themselves.
Yes.
And they're like watching going on. The one's kind of, rightfully paranoid, and the other one's like, they're way over there. It's like,
yeah, it's like
you
went like 5 steps. What do you mean they're way over there?
I know, like it's just like, did they mean for this to look this stupid? Like,
okay, so someone actually pointed out in our roast of that movie, and it was it just turned into a roast. It wasn't. I hated it, so it is what it is.
But we became Force of Whiners Entertainment over that one.
We did. But anyways, someone pointed out in our comments that when the couple is doing what they're doing and they run into they run into
some wood.
They run into the army truck.
Yeah.
That the car explodes.
Yeah.
And the point being,
what is she trying to say?
The point being, why does the car explode? They didn't run into like a gas carrying truck. There was no reason.
Did the car explode on impact?
Yes.
There were a lot of explosions.
That's movies for you anyway, though. They do so much stuff that doesn't make any sense. Like, if you shoot a gas, like this happens in that movie too. They shoot a gas can and it blows up. If you shoot a gas can in real life, it doesn't blow up. Just gas comes out. So like, I think it's just movies being movies. Like, oh, explosion. Just eye candy. But yeah, no, the whole movie. That whole movie's like, for me, what was so weird about it is like it started off like, oh, bro, I'm gonna hate this. This is really dumb. And then they get into some stuff. I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. Like I say we were kind of start going way downhill for me was after the scene where they're in there and all the zombies are like hibernating and everything. And I was like, oh, this is really tense. It's cool. I was like, man, maybe this movie's gonna be really good.
That was the best scene of the movie.
Yeah, and then the girl escapes. I was like, oh snap, she's gonna escape, and she's gonna tell them exactly what he did, and it's about to go down, and something crazy is gonna happen. I was like, bruh, I didn't see this coming, Zach. I thought she was a goner. And then Zach's like, nah, she escaped, but she's going to die anyway. And while she's dying, she's not going to scream like, oh, he betrayed you guys. You should definitely look out for him. He's a traitor. Like, it's not like she died super fast. She had plenty of time to be like, don't trust white dude over there. He did this to me. Like, how hard would that have been? She took like 10 minutes to die. Like, you couldn't have said that. I was like, bro, like this movie went downhill real quick.
Well, that
was the best scene of the movie because you were like, man, she's awesome. So she's gonna get out of it, and then he tricks you like she got out of it, and then you're like, oh, okay.
Just for that, like that awesome scene, just for that.
And that's the thing. Some stuff I can accept because movies got a movie. Like if you shoot a gas can and it blows up, I know that's a movie just being a movie, even though that doesn't actually happen. That's not real. Okay. But when you have stuff that continually like this happens, I'm just like, bro, like make me believe this doesn't make any sense at this point. Like you got to make me believe something like this could actually happen.
Yeah.
Like just make it make sense a little bit. So
definitely. Thank you, David, for the $9.99 super chat. I suspect there was no military advisor on set. Any military unit would have protocols for managing a package like that without compromising what is actually exactly, David.
Yeah.
I feel like anyone in the military had to be like, what is this? What is going on?
I've never been in the military. I've never even held a gun, and I was like, "What is this? This makes no freaking sense to me at all."
Right. It's not rocket science.
What did you say? What are you, 80? Did you not hear? How did you not hear what she just said? She told you, back up, big fella. Like, run away.
Well, and then last thing, guys, we are spoiling the movie. It's like you've got to love. They've got like minutes left.
Oh yeah.
Until
stupid.
this area is nuked.
But
and the woman,
but two
the
big
woman,
emotional
the
conversations.
woman stops to spill her heart to Dave Bautista's character.
Like, read the room. It's not the time.
Yeah, and that was kind of shocking to me though when she got her neck broke. Like, I know that didn't
I
work
saw
for
that
you.
coming. I was like, she's gonna die. She heard in the elevator.
I was like, oh snap! This man really just cracked her open like a can. That was wild to me. Like that movie had like little places that are like, wow, like just little nuggets, little gems of, man, this could have been good.
It could have been. I think. Well, that's why we watched it. I feel like the premise was interesting.
But this is y'all.
Didn't live up to it.
This look. I've never been a huge Zack Snyder fan, and I know so many people love him. They want the Snyderverse to happen, but after watching that movie, all I gotta say, look, this is y'all God. This is the man y'all keep saying should be in charge of these. And look, I know I might have some people mad at me, but I never ever thought Zack Snyder should have been in charge of the entire like DC universe. I thought that like at most he should do his Superman thing and just do those movies, and they should have other people coming in to help. Because I thought Man of Steel was cool, but I just never really thought that man was well equipped to make all these movies.
Well, and he should. Well, and I would say too, and like even my hashtag restore the Snyderverse, it's more the universe that the people he's casted and all that. I've been on the record saying I would be absolutely fine with the Zack Snyder Man of Steel 2, but I love Henry Cavill, and I've also said I would be fine if they had to get another director to get another Henry Cavill movie.
Well, let me ask you this: what's the best DC movie you think Zack Snyder has made?
Probably Man of Steel.
Right. And you know what's funny about Man of Steel?
What?
That what's his name? Is Christopher Nolan's brother, I think. I forget his numbers, but helped write that. Or I think did a lot of the writing for it.
Gotcha.
Maybe that's why it's good. Or at least a lot better than stuff that Zach seems to write on his own. Because Army of the Dead was written and directed by him, and that joint was garbage.
Here's the thing. Army of the Dead, it sucked. Here's the thing about that. It kind of goes back to Patty Jenkins.
What was the first zombie movie? I know people liked his first zombie
Dawn
movie
of the Dead.
So that was Dawn of the Dead.
I've
never seen that one.
I haven't seen it either. Here's what I was going to say. People need to know their strengths. Why are all these directors always writing things? Because just like Patty Jenkins and Wonder Woman 2, she did an amazing job with what she was given for Wonder Woman. But when she got the ability to write the whole story, we got Wonder Woman 2.
I feel like everyone it's one of those things. And Theory had, I forget who it was. I don't know his name. I'm sorry. But a guy who wrote for a lot of Star Wars projects back in the day with George. And he says that's one thing about people is everyone thinks they can write. And this is going to sound very hypocritical because I love to write. I've been doing it since I was 12. Right. And I feel like I actually am a pretty good writer. So that's going to sound hypocritical of me to say. But I think some of these people, they don't even have that big of a passion for it, but they just want to make their own movie and I'm going to write and direct it. And they think I'm just writing and directing it. But writing is not something you can just pick up and say, I'm going to write a movie. Like that's hard to do and make a great movie. Like you need to actually know how to write,
Exactly. Well, and see, I didn't know that about Man of Steel, him having that help, but see, just like Zack Snyder, giving him credit, it was a lot of his work that made the first Wonder Woman good. And I mean, he didn't write the full story, but it was his people and he had a lot of input in that movie. Yeah. So these people just need to find what they're good at and stick with it.
And never be afraid to ask for help.
Yeah, and for some that's directing, and for others that's writing, and for others that's cinematography.
I am fact checking myself right now. Looks like Zack Snyder didn't even write any of Man of Steel. It was written by Christopher Nolan and David S. Goyer. So
yes, okay. And see, I really
love
like
Christopher Nolan. Yeah, that's why I think it's I think it probably is the best standalone DC film. I'm gonna go out on a limb right here and say that yes, I did enjoy Justice League, the Snyder cut, but even that, in my opinion, I think there's a good movie in there somewhere, but it's not like, I think a lot of us saw it and we were like on that hype of like, wow, that was really so much better than the one we got, which it was.
Yeah, it was.
But it's not, in my opinion, just this amazing movie. I think there probably is a good movie in there that's like, wow, that was good. I enjoyed that. But I don't know if I can say it's on par with like Infinity War or with Endgame. Like, they're a very different style of film, but those movies, not just the build up to them, but just, they were just so like such an experience. And Justice League to me kind of felt like all over the place. Maybe because it was so long too.
Well, that's the thing. I said in our spoiler discussion of that movie, if they just kind of threw the kitchen sink, here's all the stuff we shot.
Yeah.
But if they would have they could have trimmed that down to a 3-hour movie, and
or even a
in
2 hour
that
and a
3
half
hours,
movie.
it could have been really, really good, because it was way better. The new stuff we got was way better than what we got a couple years ago. But they threw in all the extras, like them singing, like holding Aquaman's clothes. Yeah, no one wanted to see that.
Well, I was like, why are they singing? And that's the thing. There's a good movie in there. Even there's like a really weird part of the movie too that I thought was strange is when what's his face? Steppenwolf, like they show like 2 scenes that are nearly identical of him doing the same thing. Like the dude from what's it called? Apocalypse shows up in the metal, and he's like, he tells him literally the same thing twice in 2 different scenes. I'm like, why is this in here twice? Well, I don't know if you guys noticed that. It's in there twice. Like literally, it's almost word for word the same thing. Like, I will not fail him. Like again, I'm like, bro, like you just told him that. Like, there's no new information given in the scene, and that's movie 101. Every scene should have a purpose. Like it should advance the story. Literally, it was the same scene, like same information. So I think there's a good story there they could have told. I think what we got from that movie overall is like, y'all should have just let Zack make this movie.
Yeah, definitely.
Give you like a 2 hour and a half cut, not no 4 hour cut.
Because if he would have trimmed that down, like it would have been. That's why I said it would have been a really good movie. If he could have taken the trimmed version of what we got.
We got a lot of people excited for DC, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. But anyways, ABJ, any final thoughts? I don't want to keep you. I know you're doing big things these days.
I wish. No, I mean, I think you guys need to go see A Quiet Place if you're, willing to go out to a theater. I don't blame you if you don't want to. That's totally on you. But it's a great movie, and I suggest it to anyone who is a fan of the movies. Great film.
You guys know we've said that too. If you are, again, I'll say it again, if you're a little cautious, give it about 2 weeks, go at an off time. You'll be the only person in the room. Have fun with it. So just wait a little bit. You can go see it if you feel more comfortable that way.
Once again, do not go naked. That was a joke.
I was just thinking about that. Don't do that. But everyone, well, thank you, ABJ, for coming on. We had so much fun with you.
Thank you for having me. I know y'all are big time here now. So when I got the invite, I was like, oh, snap. I'm doing it big. Force a light.
Okay. Now that I thought about it, it's like this is a chance for you to discuss something other than Star Wars.
Yes, which is I love. It's fun. So that's the plan for the channel one day anyway. Talk more about stuff besides just Star Wars. So
very cool.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Well, you're welcome to come on with us and chat about other stuff.
Hey, just let me know. Send the link If I can come on, I'll be like, yo, I'm coming, ladies. You know, just make sure the check's big enough. I'm there. If I see a few zeros, I'm there. You know.
He's got $1,000 minimum.
He does.
Like $10,000.
He's a bit of a diva, some would say. We take care of him though.
He's a diva Jedi.
Oh gosh. No, I love being on your guys' channel. I love talking to y'all.
Well, thank you. And I always enjoy coming on yours too. So we appreciate it.
And I'm gonna make it there one of these days.
Oh yeah, Natalie, you've been slacking, huh? That's tough.
I have.
I don't even know how to feel about that. Cool,
I will be there.
I see how it is.
She has been slacking.
She's too good for the APJ channel. It's all right.
Absolutely not. It's too good for me.
No, I see how it is. It's all right though. I'm gonna sleep at night. All right, I'm gonna be okay.
And everyone, let's get ABJ. If any of you are not subscribed to ABJ, let's get him to 12K. Let's do it.
I appreciate you. I will give you a firm handshake if you do. So please. I was trying to think, what can I give them?
Well, I know what you can give us before we sign off and tell that I see you and I salute you.
Oh God. I can't believe that became a thing either. I didn't think that was ever gonna become a thing.
I love
All
it.
right.
We love it.
All right. To the chat, to a force of light. Thank you for having me here. I see you and I salute you.
Yes. We gotta clip that.
We really do.
$5 for any clips, not just charging for everything.
Hey, you got one closer. One closer.
Hey, thank you. Attack the mountain. What mountain?
I like it. Hey, go into subscribe now. You got two.
Hey, I appreciate that. Wait, maybe I should have my link. Did someone put someone put the link in?
I think Marcos has had. Yeah, he's got your link in there.
Okay, awesome. You got a good mod.
Oh, Marcos is the man.
Shout out to the mod squad. Yeah.
He's like professional. I mean,
he's like way more professional than me,
or than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to you have to come in there and train some of my mods. You can get them some No, I'm just playing. They're good. They're good mods. I'm joking.
Marcos charges a couple thousand to train mods.
Good gracious.
Yeah. He's a profesh.
Rich for my blood.
But anyways, ABJ, thanks for coming on. We'll have you on again.
Thank you.
And everyone in the chat, thank you for joining. We've enjoyed you being here with us on this Wednesday for a kind of just different, more casual weekly roundup because there wasn't much news this time. But go watch or give we don't even care if you watch it. Go give our video.
Yeah, you can mute it. Keep it in the background.
Just when you're busy, you're not doing anything. Just push play and walk away.
Screensaver.
We're not desperate.
So go watch our Quiet Place review. Again, first 6 minutes are spoiler free. So we let you know before we get into, and thank you, Nicole, before we get into spoilers. So go check that out. And anyways, let's see. We got another sub. There we go.
Hey, he said he's subbed at less than 200. Shout out to an OG in the chat.
I like
Discount Superhero holding us down. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, there we go. Well, everyone in the chat, Natalie, do you want to say it or do you want me to say it?
Remember to be a force of light.
That didn't sound right.
Oh, wow. She asked you to do it and you're like, oh, that's a sister for you right there.
I'm just messing with you. You can do it again.
Remember to always be.
No, you just added words.
Remember.
This is why I do things, guys. I give her the chance and this is what she does.
Remember to be a force of light.
Remember to be a force of light. All right, bye, guys.